They call me crazy cause I'm facing all my giants. They try to scare me into thinking I can fight it. They tell me I should never even think of trying. But that's just me, I'm gonna live out in defiance.
Hey everybody, James Stearns with Inside Enduro. We've had a lot of questions how to professionally set up a mousse. And typically, if you're just counting on whatever mousse you buy, that you're gonna stuff it in a tire and it's gonna be awesome, as we all know, any of you who've tried it, that is usually not the case. So what we need to do is we need to customize the mousse. We have worked with getting a drill that does this purpose. We've actually sold this to Factory Husky to use for their extreme setups. We're going to give you a little demo on how to cut out, and this essentially modifies the PSI or the equivalent PSI that your tire is going to have. I know people have heard of tubeless. You can take it down sometimes 0 to 4 PSI. But the problem with that, and the reason no professionals use that, is because that system can fail. And if it does fail, and if that inner bladder fails, you're hosed. You're gonna destroy your rim, all of a sudden, not so good traction. So here we're gonna show you how to drill out, how easy it is. This is the drill concept we've come up with. It's got a window, which is nice. It relieves heat, it relieves pressure off the foam, and it makes the foam easy, the foam cores easy to remove. It also has a special taper, which essentially enlarges as it cuts. That's what enables this thing to do a super, super clean cut when used effectively. We trialed this with 1-inch diameters, 1.25-inch diameters, and 1.5-inch diameters. We felt the 1-inch was too small. You're having to do more holes. The 1.5 was a bit too big. It's like Goldilocks and the Bears. Not too small, not too big. 1.25. This is what we've decided to run with. All right, like we were talking about before, if you're gonna take a brand new mousse and stick it in a brand new tire, usually you're gonna be fairly disappointed. These are set up for safety requirements, road requirements to meet a certain PSI. This is not the type of PSI you want for enduro riding, and especially not the PSI you want for hard enduro riding. Some of the mousse manufacturers have a schematic of what mousses work with what tires. Again, they have a certain amount of liability. Most likely you're not going to like those. So what we need to do is we need to customize that mousse to soften it to hit the PSI that you desire. Whether it's an average of an 8, a 6, a 4, we can get pretty close. Possibly in another video, we'll go through how to properly fit a mousse to a tire combination. There's a lot of things people don't know. For example, the nomenclature on a tire, if it's a 110, 120, 18, and you have a Dunlop versus say a Pirelli in the exact same size, I can tell you right now the Pirelli on average has a 20 to 30% larger case. And that larger case means it's a bigger volume to fill, and it's going to be not even close to the same fit. So you need to understand what you want to do with that mousse to get that best result. Number one, is how to customize it, and that's what we're going to do now. So like a lot of things, a little lube goes a long ways. I like to use the Murphy's tire compound a lot of the times just because it's cheap, it's water-based, but as the drill spins, it can fling it around a bit. So just to be a little cleaner for video, we're gonna use silicone, which works quite well. So you just kind of give it a little shot, inside and out. Once that's set up, we're basically coming in from the side. You wanna come in perpendicular. The nice thing about this drill compared to other drills, it won't run and skive up the rubber. By having this smooth tip, the smooth tip allows it to sink in and not roll. So I'll get a good placement. I want to be centered. That is the bomb. If you look through this, maybe, it's not a laser. It's pretty damn close. So what we do is, the difference, you've removed this foam core, you've softened the mousse. Now with the 1.25, the only determination of how soft you want it is the interval between these. I know, and I can adjust this for anyone's weight, and maybe we'll put a chart together, but typically, for example, say I want to run this Michelin M18 mousse, and say that I want to run it with a AT81EX Extreme Dunlop. I know if I do the 1.25 and I space it at about 1.5 inches apart approximately, right out of the box, I'll have something that will perform excellent in pretty much all conditions. I can go even tighter if I want to go to an extreme mousse, brand new. I can do 3/4 of a gap, inch gap, or a 1 inch gap. So again, you just give her a little shot. And again, right now I'm looking at about 1.5 to 2 inch. We're gonna go again. Just like that. How clean is this? Don't get any weird ideas, guys. You can get these on our Inside Enduro website, insideenduro.com, or on our Inside Enduro Facebook, in our shop with our other t-shirts, hats, and some of our other gear. It's available. Currently we're selling them at $50 a piece, plus freight. I tell you what, it's a value. Even if you got a few friends, get one for the group. We have a very limited supply of these, so they're going pretty quick. So if you want one, I wouldn't mess around. Again, you may have 2 or 3 friends, you have mousse needs, run with this. We'll do another video as far as some of the specifics with tires and different mousses. There is a huge amount of difference between mousse manufacturers and what they provide. From Michelin to the Nitro Mousse to all these other different brands. And there's significant differences between those mousses and how they fit the different tire sizes and different tire manufacturers. So anyways, I don't know, anyone who's into having a smooth ride with a lot of traction should be really interested in this. So yeah, have at it. Thank you.